back in 2011, my brother was murdered. Okay, and like I said before, and he used to read my poems all over town. This is what got me to jump up and start just getting out on spoken word. He was murdered in Linwood. It was a big story all over the news. We still going to court right now. He was the nicest man in the world that I ever met in my life. He was 30 years on this job at Ford, and 2 young men walked into his house and murdered him, shot him in his head and killed him. And when he died, I found him on YouTube reading my poetry. I said, tell him, stop reading my poetry all over town. I want to do something with my work one day. And then I found him on YouTube talking about, I'm writing a letter to God. I said, you wrote a letter to God? You wrote a letter to God? Or is that my poem, a letter to God that I wrote? Anywho, I said, you know what, that was a reminder to get out and do what God has given me to do. And so right now, for me, helping ex-offenders get jobs is huge because the violence is off the chart right now. Am I right, people? It's off the chart. So I wrote this poem, and it's with us. It's with our own people, called Blacks Reunite, Stop the Violence. Tell me, what is the distraction that has caused this violent reaction, that has pushed our race into a deep, dark hole and robbing our young people of their mortal soul? We have survived 100 years of oppression, struggle for identity with a loss of direction. How did we get back to this violent depression? Trying to comprehend and reason on why our innocent family have to leave and die. So many hearts broken and lives being taken without a word spoken, only a headstone left as a memorial token. Tell me, how do blacks reunite and stop this vicious fight? Even the war on drugs, which make us lose our sight. We are now afraid of our own brother because 90% of the killings is from each other. Let's make a plan. Take guns out of their hand. Exchange for educational resolution with a godly solution. Let's love ourselves so we can love each other and stop the murdering that's killing one another. What happened to our strong black sense of pride? It's now worse than genocide. Let's work together to get this right and pray to the Father that we win this fight. Stop the violence.